Welcome back to the windy fields of Perthshire in a very blowing a hoolie, Scotland. It is just me today. It is a pretty wild day. I didn't realise it was actually quite this bad. It's gusting at sort of 30 to 40 miles an hour, and at the moment it's just me. I might be joined later on by Albert or someone else, who knows. And we're back in that potato field that Albert and I were in a few days ago. We got, between us, I think we got 12 or 13 coins, including 2 from the reign of Charles I, Charles II, 1625 to 49 or 1660 to 1685. And we've had some nice things off these fields previously. As you already know, there's an old roadway, a trackway that goes across this field to a little church, and it's something like 800 to 1,000 years old. So I have got high hopes there will be more to come. If you don't already, hit the subscribe button, and hopefully you enjoy the video. Let's see how we get on. I forgot to mention I'm on program 3, sensitive full tones, because I'm right underneath power lines, and I just got a 78 right there, a couple of spadefuls down, has produced this, which initially I thought maybe a token or something, but on the other side there's a little loop in the centre, so it's a button of some description. Interesting shape. Might be a bit of decoration on there, so let's give it a wee rub up and get back to you. I'm going to keep the filming to a minimum because of the wind. There's the reverse, you can see the loop still there. It's quite similar to that one that Albert got the other day, but on this side you can just make out flowers. So flower decoration, and I'm guessing it's probably a woman's button. And date wise, well, what do you think? Maybe Georgian? George III, 1760 to 1820, but who knows, could be a bit earlier. Again, if you know, then let me know in the comments below. Good start, only 60 seconds in. The button was right there, and right here we have got a very solid 70. Deeper than I expected. Came out 4 spadefuls down and somewhere over here. We have a coin or a button. Let's see. That looks like a coin to me. Very smooth. Might be a wee Britannia, a Victoria. It's not a Victoria, it's a George, I think. This field's got quite a lot of sand in it, so you hit these seams where the coins can come out, like Albert's Charles Turner, his 2p did the other day, with pretty reasonable detail on it, and then you can get other parts where stuff comes out very corroded. It looks like George III, so let's give it a wee clean up and see. The reverse is pretty worn, it's very smooth. You can just make out the shape of Britannia seated, and you can also see the letters NIA for Britannia. It's either a penny or a halfpenny, but interestingly, it's not George III, it's a lot older. It is William. William as in William and Mary. You can just see Gevilimus around that edge. So it's William III, who was known as William II of Scotland, also known as King Billy, William of Orange, and he, along with his wife Mary II, seized control of the throne in 1688 in the Glorious Revolution. They deposed their father, well, Mary's father, and his father-in-law, James VII, who confusingly was also James II of England and Scotland. Well, James II of England, James VII of Scotland, and they kicked him off the throne for being a Catholic, and they replaced him as Protestants. Mary and William and Mary ruled jointly from 1688 until I think 1694 is when Mary died. William carried on his own until 1702, and then he died, and because they had no children, the monarchy moved to Anne, who was another daughter of James VII and II from his first marriage. So that is really, really good. So this coin almost certainly dates from 1694 to 1702. Slap bang in the Jacobite era. You beauty, my favourite period in history. Brilliant. Over the moon with that. That is a great sign, and hopefully more to come. Always goes to show you, always check your hole, because I got the William right there. I went to fill the hole and then scanned again, and I got a 69, same hole, and it is half of a button. You can just see the broken shank on the back. Would have had a second piece on this side with a dome on the top, probably with some kind of decoration, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's from a similar era as the other two finds, sort of late 17th into the 18th century. Excellent, what a start. 3 finds, 2 minutes, brilliant. Signals keep on coming, so does the wind, unfortunately. I hope the volume is going to be fairly good on this, but right here, solid 85. Tell you what, that is coin territory. Well, it was a deep one, but that ain't no coin. If it is, it's one of the biggest coins I've ever found. Let me get you out the wind. So what have we got here? Something round, kind of falling apart a bit. Looks like it's got a sort of rope edge design around the outside. I think it's a horse boss that's about to give way in the middle. Right, let me give this a little rub up off camera and get back to you. It's not in the best of condition. It is really corroded on the back. However, this side you can see it looks like it's had a sort of star decoration in the middle. It's got this rope turned edge on the outside, and I think it's a horse brass. So this is off of a big Shire horse that would have pulled the plough in the days before tractors. And date wise, it's probably going to be sometime from the late Georgian period into the Victorian period, so probably no later than the early 1900s. But that is a great find, and I'm literally 5 minutes in. A lovely sounding 64 produces the dreaded ringus pullus, the ring pull. Nice. Okay, I've come into a different field, because where I was right on the top of a hill. It was so exposed it wasn't real, and I hadn't actually realised until very recently that I actually have permission for the field next door. I've got over 5,000 acres of permission, and I never realised that this field was actually owned by the same farmer. I always thought it was someone else. So this is the first time I've ever been in this field, and we've got an 82, quite a crisp signal, and a clod shot. So let's break her open. Oh. We're in here. We're still in here. Oh ho! There you go, one imprint, and that may or may not be a coin. It sounded like a coin, but I thought the readout was just a little bit low. Oh, and I've dropped it. There it is. Or is it a pesky button? Nope, it's a coin, and you'll never guess who. Gorgeous George is here, and it's a beautiful coin. Look at the tone. That looks absolutely superb. Question is, what year is it? Let's get the bendy thumbs on it. It is 1916, so halfway through what was then called the Great War, because there wasn't a World War II. But later it became known as World War I, or the First World War. So halfway through 1916. George V, by the grace of God, King of the Britons, Defender of the Faith, and Emperor of India. And it's fitting that Gorgeous George is the first coin out of this new field, because he is probably our most common found coin. Brilliant, what a great start for this new field. As I always say, when you're metal detecting, always worth keeping your eyes open, because sometimes you get finds that are nice, which are not metal. Now, you might all be thinking, why is he getting so excited over a potato? But you'd be wrong, because it is there. Do you see this? That looks like a clay pipe. And it is. It's intact. You beauty. We've got something, writing. We've got writing, and we've got, I don't know, a bird or an animal or something there. We've got a pair of hands on this side and more writing. Okay, you beauty. Good, I love a good clay pipe. I've had a few this year, in actual fact fairly close to this field that we're on, so they must have been drinking whiskey in one field and smoking in the other. Let me give this a little clean up off camera and I'll get back to you. Now, not only is it a clay pipe, but it's got a very, very important Scottish connection. Two hands on this side. On this side, what I thought was a bird is also two hands. And at the top it says, for old, A-U-L-D, which means old, lang, and then it's worn away. But on the other side it says the same, for old, lang, syne. This is a smoking pipe that commemorates Robert Burns, our most famous poet, our national bard. Robert Burns was born in Alloway in Ayrshire around about 1750, 1755, and he died probably about 1796, 1798. He was buried in Dumfries, St Michael's in Dumfries, and he is Scotland's national bard, national poet, national writer, macker, whatever you want to call him. So for Auld Lang Syne, at New Year you join hands and you sing for Auld Lang Syne, my friend, for Auld Lang Syne. And that was penned by good old Robbie Burns, Robert Burns. So that is brilliant. Date wise, I'm not sure. I don't think it's going to come from that kind of period. The bowl looks too big. Tobacco was expensive back then. I think this is going to be 1800s, maybe Victorian, because there was a huge surge in Robert Burns' popularity during the Victorian era. So I reckon that's probably going to be sometime in the 1800s, 1830, 1860, maybe as late as 1900. But that is tremendous, and it doesn't seem to be cracked, and it has survived all this time. Fantastic. Over the moon with that. That is a fantastic find. No maker's mark, because normally that's about there. But if anyone knows, then let me know in the comments below. We might have some silver. Solid 94, 95. It's either going to be silver or aluminium. Only one way to find out. Okay, we're out the hole. Nothing obvious. Couple of spadefuls down. Oh, we've got a coin or a button, and it is not silver, unfortunately. Yep, it's a coin. Coin number 2. Oh, it's a Georgian. I think it's going to be in quite good condition. Now that is Britannia, seated. Oh, and that is George the III, I think. And that is going to be a nice coin. That's got pretty good detail on it already before I even get the bendy thumb on it. You beauty. I can see 111, so it's definitely George the III. That is brilliant. Nice sandy soil, so it's come up in very good condition. Let's see how it cleans up. As you can see, in this part of the field, the farmer's been doing reverse turns. Makes it pretty difficult to dig, but look at that. Now that is about as good a George III coin as you're likely to get in terms of condition in Scotland. You can make out most of the letters, Britannia. You can see Britannia seated, and even better, look at the other side. You have got Georgius III Rex, George III King, and even more importantly, 1806, 1806. So just 14 years before his death, and by this point his son had taken over the throne as regent, because I think that happened in 1810, because George III had another terrible bout of mental health, of mental illness, the madness of King George, and that resulted in him eventually dying in 1820. But that is brilliant. This is a great day, really great day. Over the moon with that. That is tremendous. Beautiful coin. And right on the back of that clay pipe. What a day. I've not even 1 hour in. Right next to that Georgian coin, just sweeping the hole again. My God, I thought for a minute there I had an axe head. I honestly did. When I saw that bit there, I thought I had an axe or a spear or something. But it's a big fitting, probably for, I don't know, irrigation or something, tractor farmer related. Oh, what a nightmare. God, my heart honestly skipped a beat. Just 10 feet away from the Georgian coin and my Bronze Age implement from a tractor. Solid 86. Let's do a wee live dig if we can. I know it's going to be a bit bouncy, but we'll give it a go. Sounds like a coin to me. It is a coin. There's something there, just popped out. Let's get you down for a closer look. Do you see that right there? Now that 100% is another coin. What a day. I think it's Gorgeous George again. It is. We've had a halfpenny of him, and now we've got a penny. George V. And on the reverse, what date do we have? 1916 last time, 1914 this time. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. 1 penny in 1914. So what a day, what a day. And as I say, I'm not even 1 hour in. That's got a lovely, dropped it. That's got a lovely tone as well. This is a good sign. This field clearly has not had a lot of fertiliser on it over the years, because that's what tends to really corrode the coins. It also helps that the soil, as you can see, is this really sandy consistency, so there's not a lot of acidity in the soil to damage the coins. So that means if there's a wee turner or an old Scottish copper coin in this field, it might come up in pretty good condition. This is why I love metal detecting. Now I know it's only just over 100 years old, but it doesn't matter. You don't get into metal detecting to find old stuff. This is what makes it fun. Tremendous. I think the farmer's been doing donuts in this part of the field, because look at all these tracks. If the clay pipe had been there, it would have been flat as a pancake. But here we've got pretty solid 81. I don't think it's a coin, but we'll have to find out. Okay, about 6, 7, maybe 8 inches down, and we've got something here which looks maybe like a bit of copper pipe. And it is. It's got a little thread on the end. Who knows? Hope put it in the shot might help you see it better. Don't know, some sort of tractory related farm machinery junk. This one sounds a bit more coin like. $84, $85. Although it might be a bit big for a coin, so maybe I've spoken too soon. I see something green, do you? Right there. Maybe a shotgun cap, it is. It's the dreaded shotgun cap. Just give it a wee rub up on the jumper. I know before you all say I need to bring myself a rag, but still haven't done it. Remington, I think. 12 bore shotgun. This one was 55 to 60, which is hammered coin territory normally. Ah, what's that? That is not a hammered coin. That is a bit of junk. Damn. Wowee, the wind is absolutely howling. Off to my left hand side the sky has gone black and there's a rainbow, so clearly it is raining in that direction. Over here though, might be silver at the end of this rainbow. Pretty shallow target, came out in the first couple of inches. Ah, that's not silver, but that is a big coin. Yet another coin. Well, that wasn't what I expected. It's Elizabeth II. There we go. One coin. And again, normally these coins are quite poor condition because they're made with junk. Possibly 1965, I think. Elizabeth II, 1 penny. Let's give it a wee rub up and get back to you. Oh, I think I've hit it with a spade. Silly boy. And I was right. It is 1965, 1 penny. You can see Britannia seated. In fact, is it 65? It could be 60. It is at 63, not 65. 1963, 1 penny. And on this side, Elizabeth II, De Gratia, Regina, FD. Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen of the Britons, Defender of the Faith. And unfortunately, I've hit her with a spade. But still, it is coin number 4, 5. I've lost count. Either way, I'm very happy. A bit of a ropey 74, 75. And we might just have our first turner. Copper 2 pence. Question is there any detail on it? Or is it a button? Or is it a bullet? Right. I'll give this a little clean up off camera and get back to you. Well done again to the XP DEUS II for digging that one out. It is indeed a little Scottish hammered coin. Now I can just make out the word Nemo, N-E-M-O, on the side, and that tells me that it would say Nemo me impune lacessit. Who dare meddle with me or mess with me with impunity, blah blah blah. Anyway, Latin was never a strong point, but it is a turner. It is a Scottish 2 pence, so after me saying I hope I get one because it should come out in really good condition, typical, the only coin so far to be found that comes out in terrible condition is the turner. So this dates to either Charles I, 1625 to 1649, or Charles II, which is 1660 to 1685. But either way, it's a great sign, 350, 400 years old nearly, and hopefully more to come, but in better condition. This one was an 86, 87. I'm afraid that my headphones, the batteries run out. What's that? It's a worm. Oh, what's that? Bit of lead, I think, going by the weight. But yeah, my battery has run out, so I'm going to have to use the headphones, not use the headphones anymore, which means I think I'll just focus on showing you what I find, because you're not going to be able to hear anything because it's so windy. Right, that is a bit of lead. Can't see any decoration or detail on it. It's just a little lump of lead. Purpose unknown. Okay, I feel a part 1, part 2 is going to be happening for this video, so I think I'm going to leave it there for part 1. I've got myself a little snack, a wee Cadbury's picnic to give me some energy for part 2. Apologies for the volume, because I'm 100% sure that it's not great, but under the circumstances, the wind now is over 40 miles an hour, or 40 miles per hour, and it's just a real struggle, but the fines just keep on coming, so obviously I don't want to give up. So thanks for watching part 1. I'm going to enjoy this little snack from Cadbury's, the best chocolate that there is, and hopefully I'll see you all on part 2. And if I don't find anything else, then there probably won't be a part 2. But thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next dig.